Hey guys, welcome to another video with Big Brother D. Today, we're going to be talking about my tips and tricks for going back to school. Let's get right into it. So when it comes to going back to school, it all starts with the night before. We all have that thing where we like to prepare the night before for the first day of school. We lay out our nice clothes, our nice fit for the first day, the first week even. But then after, people tend to get stale on that and don't commit to still doing that. Make that a habit of every night just leaving your book bag or your clothes and your shoes and just everything you need, your duffel bag, whatever you may need for the next day of school. You go the night before and you leave it all in a certain spot in your room where you remember it, and it's all ready for you. You don't have to rush in the morning to put everything in the right place, organize folders and stuff. Make sure you do that the night before, maybe an hour or so prior to sleeping. Don't just leave that to be a first night thing, a first day of school thing, or a first week of school thing, but leave that for a habit. And even for life, I still do stuff like this to this day. Make sure you pre-pack and pre-plan the night before. This also goes with pre-planning for the night before, but make sure you have an agenda or some sort of notebook where you can plan and have things in order so you know what assignments or tasks you have to complete for the next day, the next week, the next quarter, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you have an agenda. I actually still use one to this day. I buy one from Target every year. It's like a modern one that I bought, but it's nice. I'm able to put everything I need here. But get something even like this. If your school doesn't provide you one already, an agenda is a great investment. So I make sure to invest in that. But not only for just the assignments, you also want to have events and your future goals on the agenda as well. Keep that in mind. It's not just for assignments and the boring stuff. Remember, hygiene and your first appearance is everything. Most of you guys already think, oh, I'm gonna get my hair cut. Oh, the girls are gonna think, oh, I'm gonna put my makeup and stuff. But a lot of people neglect, and you'd be very surprised, a lot of people do neglect the hygiene, the brushing your teeth correctly, flossing correctly, making sure your breath smells good, have some mouthwash, and bring some gum throughout the day. Drink some water, stay hydrated. Your mouth only produces like a bad smell if you're not hydrating yourself enough. So make sure you bring a bottle of water too. It comes in handy. Trim your nails, shave if you have to. If you're not able to grow like a beard yet, which is fine. I wasn't able to grow a beard in high school, at least from what I knew. So I just say shave it off. Don't be the guy with like the weird looking beard with the straggly hairs and stuff. Like, just shave it off for now. It's gonna grow later, trust me. Put cologne, deodorant. Hygiene is important. People are gonna respect you a lot if you actually take care of yourself and your hygiene, okay? Take care of it. So we've done everything regarding the night before, the morning of, before we leave our home, whether we're going to the bus for high school or middle school, or we're going to class for college. But now, most people tend to listen to music on the bus or on their walk to their class or whatever it may be. So instead of going to listen to music on Apple Music or Spotify even, just literally listen to a podcast, get information. Believe it or not, it's gonna make you value music a lot more, and it's gonna make you enjoy music a lot more and appreciate music a lot more, because if you constantly listen to just music, it's gonna get stale whenever you do go to a party or a fun event or something. Like, sure, you're gonna know the lyrics, but you know, if you're listening to a podcast, if it's a productive podcast, you're gonna retain really good knowledge that is gonna help you be a very good conversationalist. It's gonna make you wiser and understand other people's experiences. You can listen to stuff about money, you can listen to stuff about pickup, whatever it may be, but trust me, listen to some podcasts. It comes in very handy, and hopefully maybe I'll start one soon, so we'll see. Big thing. One of my biggest regrets in high school, especially high school, was I didn't join any sports until later on. I used to wrestle in middle school, my 7th and 8th grade year, but then my 9th grade year, which is probably the most crucial one for making new friends as you're going into a whole new school, I didn't wrestle. I was not really trying to. I was like, just focus on my grades is what I told myself. Looking back, I really wish I did start wrestling at 9th grade, because then I would have like built that close bond and relationship with all the wrestlers that I ended up meeting later on when I started wrestling my 10th grade year. But that's definitely one little regret I have. But like I said, just join a sport club, just join a sport team, or just join a club at your school. You're gonna meet people who are like-minded and athletic and, you know, probably positive people. So make sure you surround yourself with people like that are driven in a sport or are sharing the same interests in you. It could be a book club for all I care. Just join something so you can meet people and have a group of friends so you can talk to people, hang out with people on the weekends, whatever it may be. Having that social time with people that are like-minded is very important. Last thing, we all tend to not all of us, some of us tend to do this thing where the teacher's just reading off a textbook or they're reading off a presentation and you guys are taking notes word for word for word. But from the teacher's angle, what's best is to just listen through the whole thing that the teacher's talking about and try to write it down in your own words. It's actually gonna cause your brain to just help it remember easier, because the way someone else put something might not be able to be the same way you can remember that same thing. So try just understanding as best as you can. Ask questions to the professor, of course, or peers in your class, and write it down in your own words. And it's gonna help you retain that information a lot better. Guys, those are my tips. I hope and wish you guys a great school year. I'm wishing nothing but success for you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Love, man.